Okay, so on this question, it's all about getting x alone. So I'll bring it down here. So x is saying I want to be alone. On this side of the wall, x is saying I want to be alone, which means get rid of that negative 2.5. So how do we get rid of that negative 2.5? We got to do the opposite, don't we? The opposite of a subtracted 2.5 is to add 2.5. And whatever we do to one side, we have no choice but to do the same thing to the other. And these cancel. That gets x alone. And then the other side, just use your calculator, Whenever you have like decimals added and subtracted, just use your calculator and you'll get minus 0.7. Minus 0.7. There it is. That's the answer for x. And so we always get x alone by doing the opposite of whatever's next to x. That gets x alone. And of course, why do we have to do the same thing to both sides? Because we have to keep them equal, don't we? Does that make sense? If the left side equals the right side, if they're equal, if they're the same, the left and the right are equal, and you do the same thing to both of them, they're going to be equal afterwards, aren't they? If two things are equal and you treat them the same, they got to be equal afterwards. Makes sense, doesn't it? That's why we have to do the same thing to both sides. Whatever we do to one side, we have no choice but to do the same thing to the other. Because if they were equal before and you treat them the same, they'll be equal afterwards. And so that gets x alone. There we go.